Hello. Ooh, there it is. Hey, Gruff, what's up, man? I'm actually streaming on Instagram for the first time, too. See how that goes. But I can't, if anybody's watching on Instagram, I can't see their chat or chat back to them. They can only view it, but oh well. See how it goes. Early for you, late for me, though, eh? Right. Three twelve. Oh man, it's 11:22 p.m. here, but it's Friday night, so I can stay up late. All right. Let's see. Let's start this. Hopefully, I won't get turned off for copyright for listening to my Spotify tonight. I'm listening to some synthwave. Hopefully, it's not as copyright sensitive, but we'll see. Hmm. Doing all right. Super busy day. Just trying to chill now and do some art. When not late at night when nothing else is going on to distract. Let's see. Get a little closer. Get a little more in the middle. So I'm checking vertical while I do this to see if it fits. All right. How about you? How you doing, man? Kind of brain frazzled now too, trying to focus and concentrate. I've been all over the place today, doing lots of things. But I did make this. I'll show you. I made my zine. There they are. It's my first run of them here. It's just each one's made from a single piece of paper, folded, with one single cut in it. But yeah, it makes an 8-page little zine with my art and stuff. So front cover actually makes a whole piece like that. And then if you flip through it, it just shows some examples of art. Like I got this dude, Savage Street Vigilante, or no, this is the Arachnid Enforcer. And then yeah, I got the Hulk, and Robot Detective. I love Robot Detective. Yeah, there we go. Juggernaut and Bomb Devil. But printed up nice too, really nice blacks on it. And this was just printed at the print store, but I got my own paper. I got this nice sort of 35-pound laser printer paper, but it's a nice surface and it's a good thickness. So, but yeah, and then get the back cover, which this'll scan this, it'll go to my links and stuff. Yeah, so anyone who's watching, if you want to scan this, right, there we go. Screen grab it, people on Instagram, and follow me. Anyway, But yeah, turned out pretty cool. I like this guy. But yeah, it's kind of neat to have a little, like, a print run here of you know, it's like looking at a shelf of my comic. So right. Yeah, it's a good cheap way to make your own zine if you want to get your stuff out there. You can just print them at home on printer paper if you want. So Oh, what's up? Ah, you'll have to rewind or something. I was showing you my zine. I'll show it again in a little bit, but printed up my own zine. But you can rewind later. Go back on the YouTube and check it out too. Because now I gotta focus. Gotta keep drawing. Can't stop, won't stop. I've been distracted all day. Here, I'll show you real quick. Check it out. This is my print run I did, self-published. These are all made from a single piece of paper folded up, and it makes an 8-page zine. And I have it printed so you can open it up. It has a little barcode. You can make these at home too. You could just print it. If you have an 8.5 by 11 printer at home, you can just print it yourself, and it comes out about this size. This was my test. This is from an 11 by 17 page, but this makes the smaller one. And same thing, but it's a certain way to fold it. I'll show you in a sec, but yeah, it makes a little 8-page zine. So I have the art here. There we go. And these pages, and then the back cover, of course. But the way it works is I might do another one too, and if you unfold it, it's all folded, but if you unfold it, print something on the back, it could be like a poster. But here, show you a little more of it. Let me zoom out a little. Sorry. There we go. But this is what you print out, basically. This is your 8.5 by 11 page, and then you fold it in half like this, and then in half again, and then you fold each of those in half. And then when you're done, you open it up and you just put a slice down these two sections here, and that's it. And then when it's done, you just, if you lay it out like this, you just pick it up and pinch it, push it together. Well, there you go. There's your zine. And then, you know, I have one of these folding bones, which is a nice smooth surface to really press the folds down so it holds nicely. And then I put it under, I'm going to put them under a heavy book too. But yeah, it's a good way to show your stuff at home. At home, if you want to just do a little self-published thing to hand out. Like, I did a little test run here on 8.5 by 11, different cover. And, but yeah, prints nicely. This is just on my home printer. It's my own paper. Yeah, I did this on the back of it. And this was the other one. This is the one, my main one, that I did smaller. But yeah, size difference is pretty big. But, you know, it's still cool. You can still put your barcode on the back for your links. And you can, I mean, you could hand these out like business cards, you know. This would be way cooler than getting a business card from someone. And I would keep this and remember it. Oh yeah, here's one other test one I did with just no titles, just the cover. Oh yeah, I did print it in a different order. I accidentally cut off the Spider-Man in the middle. And he was upside down, oops. I had them, and then I had this in the back, so, but yeah. Couple tests. There you go. Antonio, what's up, dude? What's up? Just doing some synthwave and drawing. Cruff. Oh, dude, it's been pouring rain here all the last week, too. This is like the first day in a week it hasn't rained, actually. Synthwave. Retro synth. synthwave and chillin' with my art. It's great drawing music. Well, it's in the background, so there you go. Like 80s thriller film music, synthesizers. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, it's the genre of music. For drawing style, this is just freeform stream of consciousness, hopefully. I have some life models on a screen here, but they're just kind of loose reference to just kind of get the pen moving and doodle and sort of do some art meditation tonight, really. Thanks. Yeah, it's not really anything. I'm just kind of, I have no plan or direction. I just want to, well, like if you're on the phone or in a meeting or something, and you're just scribbling on a piece of paper mindlessly, just drawing swirls and scribbles and stuff that don't really mean anything. It's sort of that state of mind, but while drawing and, you know, not drawing anything specific, just trying to sort of tune out. Pretty skinny or a weird pose. Her proportions are weird too. I'm not too worried about exact proportions. I kind of actually prefer her to look a little weird and freaky, sort of exaggerating folds and bones and things like that. Because I'm not like practicing my life drawing right now. I'm just trying to make interesting marks. Thanks. Well, I mean, it's hard to say. It's, you know, you might be concentrating too much too. That was my problem. I feel like I got better when I stopped worrying about it too. I mean, I've done a bunch in sketchbooks that I didn't show before I started doing it live on stream. I had some pretty crappy stuff, but I'll show you. Like, if you're, you know, if you don't really have any sort of direction, you could just do something kind of like this. Like, even without her face, just like, zoom in a little bit. Yeah, just fill a page with like these swirls and, oh, sorry, it's shaking. These swirls and, well, I mean, just to get like to enjoy drawing and not be so stressed about like making sure something's perfect, just making marks on a page. And it's a weird way that it affects your regular drawing because you get more confident with your pen and putting marks down, and you don't get as stressed about it. And then when you go back to drawing, like, you know, if you're doing some life drawing or something, it'll help you kind of just feel more comfortable drawing and loose instead of tightening up and worrying about getting it right, you know. Yeah, same with this, just like random stuff, or just, yeah, like I'm trying to find one that I did that has Just doodles. Oh, I know. Here. This is what I did last night. Is it in this one? Yeah. If you there's a friend of mine kind of showed it to me. He's a ex-mentor, but also a friend now. John Mahoney. He has a course called Professional Doodling, and he talks about it a lot. And this is his whole method, and it's really good. And it's kind of a way of like. This is also you could look up things called automatic drawing. And a lot of people like Mobius did it, Kirby did it, a lot of like classic artists and stuff. But yeah, like this last night I was just doing. This really had no purpose. If you look, there's nothing. It's pretty much just nonsense. But it's just like I like drawing swirly things and interconnecting like tubes. So I just draw those over and over again, and I don't really worry about where it goes. Same down here. That's kind of what you do. You don't have to like draw a person or draw a vehicle or something. Just put on music and just start swirling your pen around. Which of course I'm drawing from a model on this thing, but only loosely, and it's pretty much going to turn into just shapes and doodles and marks in a second anyways. This is just to get me started. But yeah. Yeah, do it. Just yeah, tune out. You kind of know what I'm saying though. Like if you're on the phone or in a meeting and you're bored, you can't talk, you're just listening or something, and you're bored out of your mind, and you just start like, there's a post-it there, and you just start drawing lines on it, or just swirling your pen or something like that. It's kind of like that, but just slightly more focus on the paper to be like, yeah, that's a scribble. That's a swirl. Now maybe draw another swirl, but kind of stay tuned out. So you said become brainless to get good. I mean, it is kind of true. You don't get brainless, but artists, when they're on their game, it's almost like second nature, stream of consciousness, and that's how they can, you can sit there for hours and just working on it. And, it just is flowing out once you're all like warmed up and you're in the zone. It's a good way to warm up too, just to get you in that zone so you're nice and loose. Like stretching before you work out. I mean, it affects your brain the same way, honestly. I like drawing hair too, so like, and it's got kind of the swirly shapes I like. And this isn't quite what this girl's hair looks like off the screen, but I just like kind of these swirly pieces of hair going through. So, and the main thing is also to yeah, it's like a zone of pure focus in a sense, but part of your focus is not focusing, not thinking about it. Um, yeah. Yeah, you can kind of see this is the girl I had up for a ref, but I'm only using it loosely. I'm not trying to follow it, so I'm not trying to make it all perfect and nice. Her elbow doesn't really look like that, but it's kind of fun. She had like an interesting fold on it, so I kind of just accentuated because like I said, you're not worrying about. Oh, I was gonna say a second ago, the main thing too is you might be just making marks and kind of zoned, but the other thing is to just slow down. A lot of the time people want to get loose and draw better, and they think just throwing lines quick and staying fast will keep you loose. But it's interesting how that's done more through slowing down. I've found out it was kind of a revelation for me, for sure. You can still be drawing nonsense, but if you draw it slowly with your pen, it's sort of giving your brain time to like settle in and get acclimated, and just start sending random signals for your hand to follow. But without too much speed, it doesn't have to work too hard, You can just be like stoner brain, slowly sending signals to your hand, but it has plenty of time, because you're not drawing fast. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of the whole process of loosening up with all your, because then your regular art, if you're loose like that, it's just gonna look better. It's gonna have more confidence in the line, cleaner lines, because you aren't like tight and jiggling and forcing it, you know? And yeah, it just becomes a stream of consciousness. Yeah, and it's just like Cross said, flowing like water out. Yeah, it's a real good way to describe it, though. It's like you stop thinking about it so hard, and it lets the water flow freer. Getting all philosophical. But so that's the other thing too, is if you're just making marks and stuff, you don't have a real purpose. It can be like art therapy, like almost like meditation, which is sort of the other part of the not thinking about it too much, you know? Like, whoa. Oh, hey, thanks. God, forgot it. That sound is set way loud and it scared the crap out of me. Thanks for following, man. Man, heart's racing now. It was like 3 times the volume of the music. Yeah, exactly. All right, Antonio, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, have fun gaming. I'll have to do some of that before bed too. Played a little Overwatch. Stay safe, man. Take care. Yeah, Cruff, do you ever have you done any of that lately? Just tried to sort of doodle, free form drawing or anything? Let's see. Should we go here? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, just goofy doodles and stuff. Yeah, that's great because you're not taking it too seriously. And you also don't worry about messing it up either, even if it is looking bad. Doesn't matter if it looks bad at start, you know, like just keep doodling on it, you know, because then it might end up looking cool eventually if you keep adding more random stuff to it. Because you're not going in with a purpose like, oh, I have to draw this character in this pose. It's like, no, I don't know what's going to come out of this, so it doesn't really matter. If it ends up looking like a girl from my photo, cool. If it looks nothing like her or some grotesque creature, that's fine too. Even like right now, I mean, that's kind of what I've started liking about doing it while I stream is I'm talking to you, so like I'm only half paying attention to what I'm doing with it, and which is good. Yeah, right. It's good for my ADHD, that's for sure. It's a good way to draw and keep me sort of seated and focused because it's focus is always hard for me. Nice. Yeah, it's like everyone has their sort of doodle or mark that you like to do just mindlessly over and over again, and yeah, that's probably one of yours. Joker smile. Mine is just these swirly lines. I'll do those endlessly. Oops, kind of off frame there. I'll leave post-it notes in meeting rooms at work where I'll just doodle like this on it. I'll just fill it with these doodles and just leave it there too. And it's funny, people never throw them away. They sit in there for months. People don't know who did it, but they also won't throw it away. It's fine art. I must preserve it. My unknown post-it doodle. Try to draw this girl's hand here, because she's, in the ref she's holding a gun, which I'm gonna do here. Sort of an abstract gun holding here. Oh yeah, I do eyes a lot of the time too. Like I'll do sort of circles and stuff, yeah, and then you put an eye on them, so you have like lots of little eyes surrounded by swirly things and dots and stuff. There's always an eyeball popping up somewhere. Yeah, I think I even try to keep the whole practice thing out of it, you know, because I don't want to be that focused. I just want to move the hand, you know. I don't want anything taking up brain power or making me think. The whole thing is to not think. If I'm trying to make it look like something specific, it's yeah, I'm gonna think too much about it. So, like this dumb gun I'm trying to draw from the picture, but I'm not gonna stick to it too much. Just trying to get it in her hand. Yeah, this is I'm not following the photo for this gun anymore. I'm just gonna make something up. I love being able to just go straight in with the pen too and not having to like rough something out in pencil first, you know? It's kind of nice to just go in with pen and just make marks. So that's cool. Oh yeah. Every time this song comes up, I love it. Yo, what's up, man? What's going on? I'm just doing some freeform doodling tonight, nothing too crazy. I was showing my zine earlier. I think if you saw it on my post about it, made these zines. It's nice because it's made from a single piece of paper. You just fold it, and it makes a little 8-page zine that you can just hand out. Print them at home. I made these on 11 by 17, and I went to Kinko's. It was like 50 cents each, but you could print it on 8.5 by 11 at home, and they end up about this size. So still pretty cool. Yeah, pretty fun. And they're so cheap. I'm just gonna, like almost like a business card or something to hand out to people. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, just kind of freeform doodling and listen to music. Try not to think too hard about it. Little art therapy, meditation. All right, Gruff. What are you up tonight? Up to tonight, Tony? Are you drawn late night too? It's crazy, man. I was talking to you a couple months back, Tony, if you're still there. We were talking about the tones and my comic I was working on and stuff, the half tones and things. But I've been doing this analog drawing, pen and paper a bunch lately, and I've been liking it so much. I might just finish the comic drawn on paper, just print out the roughs and lightbox them. I kind of like the results a lot better. Oh yeah, it's been so freezing. It's the first night I haven't had the heat cranked. It's on a little bit, but yeah, it's been chilly. I like the rain though. Little log on the fire a couple times this week. Yeah, I've seen you do a lot of it in the past too, and I was kind of like a bit envious because I learned to ink as an ink assistant in comics at Wildstorm, long time ago. But I eventually bailed on the analog and just went full digital. I hated dealing with tools and nibs and inks and stuff. But there wasn't as many like good pens and stuff to draw with either. This was like, you know, 15, 20 years ago. But then yeah, now that I'm back in, I was just worried about being rusty and trying to get used to it again, and I was like, it's just gonna suck. But I don't know. I guess the timing was right. I really locked in now, and I've been loving it. So. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely still doing my roughs in digital, especially because like just little things like rotate this body or move it, one field down or you know shrink the head a little bit. Little things like that. It's just you can still make the same mistake, but you don't waste as much time redrawing it when you can just slide it down. Because I don't want to waste time on that. I just want to get the poses and the storytelling down. I don't want to like be fixating like, oh, it's gonna take me another 10 minutes to redraw this figure, if I only need to move him down like an inch. So Yeah, and then you can just be quicker and sloppier too. So I'm lazy. I don't want to redraw it. But I love to have a nice rough and then just sit and like go in with the inks and noodle and stuff. Which I know you do too. I can see it in your tech, man. That's why I love it. It's like, I feel it. Man, I'm streaming on Instagram at the same time too, and it's like a vertical thing, and I keep forgetting to keep my page where it can be seen there. You can see it on here on Twitch and YouTube, but on Instagram they're seeing a blank page half the time. Boomer streamer. Just kidding. I ain't no boomer. Oh, dude, okay. Since you're here, Tony, shit, if I can find it here. Oh, here it is. I actually used. I mean, this is nothing new to you, but it was kind of a big deal for me. I used real Zipatone for the first time the other day because I have a few sheets of it here, and I just did a little bit on He-Man here. I think I have it in here. Oh yeah, here it is. Did this little He-Man in here, and I put some zip on, and I have one of those little, zip cutters with a small blade, and I just scraped off some highlights for the whites and stuff. But it was pretty neat. I love how it looks on a physical page, man. It's so cool. Oh, I gotta do more. So, but yeah, it's under this plastic sheet now, but you can kind of see it's just that thickness of the zip. I realized I went to Japan and I bought a few there at uh, Kunikubara. Is that what it is? I forget. That one famous art store. But I realized I bought a lot of like fades and gradients rather than just solid colors, and I should have gotten more solid colors, I think. But I'm gonna be going back again next year, either in February or September, and I'm gonna grab some more just because it's cheap. Just get a whole bunch of like 2 or 3 different shades that are just solids, and just get a bunch of those. Kinokuniya, that's what it is. I think it might have been you that was telling me there's that other one that's like twice the size of Kinokuniya or something. Like, but it's not in Tokyo, I think. All right, let's see. We'll keep going with this here. Oh wait, is Kinokuniya is the bookstore here in the U.S. Yeah, that's not the art store. It's that 4-story art store that they have though in Tokyo. That's not Kinokuniya though. I can go down to Japan town here, little Tokyo, and go to Kinokuniya. Okay. Malrai Stationery, that might have been the one. But yeah, even Deleter is pretty easy to order from the US now too, though. But it is cheaper in Japan to get it. So I'm going anyway. Because I just ordered more of this paper. I love this paper. It's this one. It's the A4 plain. I really like the surface of it. It's really slick. Excuse me. These felt tips and it's a real thin paper, but it takes ink just like bristlepboard. Like it when I use a quill on it, it doesn't bleed. Yeah, I think a lot of the time I would probably do digital, like for my comic and stuff. I would probably still do digital tone with that stuff, which is my big comic file in Clip Studio. But for like commissions and pinups and stuff, it's really neat to use the manual tone. I'll just use it with that stuff. Yeah, it says Kent on it actually. Yeah, I forgot that. Um, yeah, I kind of like the size. It's a little bit smaller, and I mean, that's what I'm drawing on here. I'm kind of digging the size, so I might print out roughs for a couple of my pages I already roughed out for my comic in 11 by 17 and shrink them down and see how I like it on this size. Yeah, yeah, it's the same one. I have one with the guides too. It's like a pink cover. But I kind of don't need the guides. I have my own guides and grid and layout in set up in Clip Studio already, so the margins set and everything. But yeah, I like it because it's a smoother surface than standard like Strathmore bristle board, which is what I use, what I've used most of my life. Um, but it's slicker and it's so much thinner, which I kind of like the thinner paper. Yeah, yeah, I that's another reason I like this too, is it'll fit in my home printer if I want to. That's why I'm gonna print. I got some cheap printer paper in this size so I could print out my roughs on it. But I thought about doing the zine on these papers too. It's smaller, but I might do both. But I have some nice paper this bigger size too, and it was like I think it was 32 pound, which is just thin enough, not too thick that as you fold all the pages. If you go much thicker, like cardstock, the folds don't really work for the booklet. They kind of get, when you have double folds on top of each other, it's too thick and it gets all off. So yeah, like it'll scrape the page some, but it won't bleed like crazy, which is kind of nice. We'll just like splaying out little spider webs from every line. Oh god, I thought it was raining, but it's it's in the song. But yeah, I some reason I've always really liked drawing on like typing paper or just printer paper, just that standard thin, smooth surface, and this reminds me of that a lot. The surface, so I've always liked smoother paper. I don't like the rough surfaces. Yeah, windy and chilly. It was actually a pretty nice temp today, but as soon as the sun goes down, it gets freaking cold. It's gonna be crazy bugs now if the rain stops and it gets sunny. All that rain, mosquitoes gonna go nuts. Man, I was looking at a bunch of Sergio Topi yesterday. Hadn't looked at his books in a while and was getting way into it again. I just love his sort of freeform drawing with marks and stuff, you know. None of his stuff's just straightforward. It's all takes shape from all his sort of weird shapes and rendering that kind of blend together to make a face or a body. If that makes any sense. I do love when you're in your studio drawing though, and at night, and then you start hearing the trickling of the rain outside. Just so soothing. That's been happening a lot this week. Love it. Um, what does he do again? Sorry, I'm not good with the Japanese names. I'm more. I've always been better at styles than names. I'd know the style immediately, but oh yeah, yeah. I just looked him up. Yes, yes, I know his. Yes, exactly. Dragon's Heaven. Yep. Yeah, his stuff's awesome. Dang. Yeah. God, I don't know if do I actually not own a Dragon's Heaven? I thought I did, but I'm actually thinking it might, because I don't remember seeing it in a long time, but and I'd kind of forgotten about it. But the guy I used to assist inking, I think, had it. I'd look at it over there. It was like some of the first manga I discovered. It was that, as well as like Appleseed manga, and of course Akira. Ghost in the Shell and all that. Yeah, retro Moby. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I guess that's why I like it though, because I love Mobius so much too. Man, now I want to look at more of it again too. We have to dig in my closet, and if I don't have anything, I'll have to pick some up. I do additionally, I've been kind of reorganizing some of my comics, or kind of reboxing them in those kind of pull-out slider ones, and there was I ran across another book that I liked. It was written by Katsuhiro Otomo, but it was drawn by a guy who sort of mocks his art, and I can't remember the guy's name, but it was the series. I can't remember. I'm on the spot now too, but it was Mother's something. It was like a 6 or 8 series thing. But I really liked it. I was looking at that art again the other day. It was oh yeah, The Legend of Mother Sarah. Yeah, I loved that series. Takumi Nagayasu is the artist. But yeah, it was written by Otomo, and they sort of mock his style a little bit, but it's still a unique style and drawn really well. Oh yeah, yeah. I can definitely see that. I love that stuff too, though. Just the way tech was drawn back then, so much cooler. Oh yeah, that's how he got so good at it. Okay, cool. Did you ever see did you ever read Legend of Mother Sarah? It's a pretty cool story too, if you haven't read it. Oh, his son's doing stuff now? I wasn't aware of that. He's good though, huh? Yeah, I gotta start making a plan. I'm going to Japan again this year, or well, next year, like either in February or September. So figure out what we want to do this time. Definitely gonna hit up the onsen spas again. But I don't know if we want to go to Tokyo again or spend more time elsewhere. Not sure. Daniel Gonzalez, hey man, what's up? What's going on? Welcome. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out. Woohoo. Oh, Shohei. Oh, uses ballpoint. Oh, cool. I'm gonna look that up. I wonder if I've seen some like I don't notice names as much, but I might have seen. Maybe I've seen some of the art posted somewhere and didn't realize who I was looking at. Oh, cool. That we were considering that maybe doing the kind of more countryside and stuff like that, um, instead of like big city stuff like we did mostly last time. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I like seeing your little videos too. Do you ever live stream or anything, Daniel? Because your stuff has been awesome too. Shoot, is the stream still going here? I'm just double checking here. I had it on another monitor and it disappeared. Yeah, looks like it's still going. Okay, yeah, it's still going. Anyway, yeah, Daniel, I ordered your book too off Etsy a few days ago. It's super cool. But yeah, I like watching you work too. I like how you lay down your lines. Like it just looks so natural, you know, the way it flows out of you. It's cool. Your style definitely fits you so well. Like your rendering and stuff is real cool and unique. Hey, cool. Sounds good, man. It was cool to hang out with you for a bit and chat with you. Hmm. I just got kicked off Instagram, but that's because I streamed for an hour and they only let you stream for an hour, so whatever. Instagram's problematic and it doesn't let me see chats or anything in there or reply. It just streams to it, so. Okay. Let's see. Her hair is taking up the whole piece, but I'm actually really liking it, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. It's kind of the whole purpose. To have no purpose. Just see where it takes you. Song is cheesy. skipping this. Sorry if anyone likes it. It's going. Cool. I like how our hair flows down there. Oh, overthinking it. I just gotta go. Like, I don't want to mess it up, but can't do that. That'll ruin it. I'm actually just gonna keep drawing some hair here. Mm. Yeah, I've just bought a little cheap like ring light that has a mount for my phone. It's probably why it bounces all the time here, but Yeah, you know, like 20, $30 though. Yeah, no problem. I can't wait to check it out. I sort of got spoiled a bit when Rob showed it on his. I've seen it. I've seen most of the book, but I'm looking forward to seeing your stuff in person. I like your line work, so it's gonna be fun to look at. Oh, thanks. I mean, that's kind of the purpose of it too. It's satisfying for me too. It's like just a natural flow because that's kind of what I'm trying to do is sort of not really think about it. You know, kind of like if you're on a phone or in a meeting or something and you're just listening in and bored and you just start drawing scribbles on a notepad, you know, only half paying attention. That's kind of the mindset I try to have with it and just let them flow out because that's like I just love drawing swirly stuff like that. It works really well for hair. Or I'll do like intersecting tubes and stuff like that. But this one was just, I was really liking her hair, so I'm kind of just enjoying filling it up with just all her hair. Nadius, what's up, man? Let's go. What is it like? 3 in the afternoon for you over there? 6. Okay, a little later than I thought, but it's still Saturday, right? I think you're behind me. 6:30 Saturday evening. It's cool. I got the whole Rob crew here. I'm like the It's like I do the crowd work in between Rob sets. I hang out with you guys in between while we all wait for Rob's next stream. No, I love this little kind of art community that's kind of built up around Rob's channel. You guys are all super cool, and the art's so good, and everyone's having so much fun with it. It's super cool. Keeps me driven for sure. Oh yeah, it's middle of the night for you, I think, because he streams early evening here. Because I think he works early, so he can't stay up late. I mean, during the week, I can't really either. I think sometimes you'll catch the tail end of mine, but he's an hour ahead of me as well, so. Oops, get a little off screen there. For sure, we're all each other's fans. I like the bass in this song. It's cool. So both you guys drawn right now too? Oh yeah, man, he's been championing you hard, Dan, but for good reason, man. I agree with everything he says. Your stuff's super cool. Where are you at, Dan? Are you here in the States? Is it late night for you right now? Bye, man. Catch you later. Oh, you're in Cali. Okay, me too. I'm in Los Angeles, so. Um. All right, man. Take care. I'm gonna tune off pretty soon too. Not too late, but good for a little bit more. But thanks for coming to hang out, man. Good to chat with you finally. Yep, 12:36. But it's Saturday night, man. I got a busy day tomorrow too. I actually I do demos for this 3D software called Blender. If you guys aren't familiar with it, for on the Discord for my old school, on how to do animation and effects and stuff in Blender, and I do it once a month. But I've been so much more into drawing lately than dealing with Blender. But I have a demo on Monday, and I have nothing to do for it, so I have a couple ideas. But tomorrow I have to spend all day basically figuring out what I want to do and prepping the demo so that I can show it off and do the whole thing in like an hour-ish on Monday. So I have to like figure out what I'm doing, do the demo, and just kind of streamline it so I can show everyone in a simple way in an hour. But I've been doing it for about a year though, and I just been lazy about prepping lately. I just want to draw. I don't want to. I don't want to do Blender. I don't want to be on 3D. But they pay me a few bucks too, so I should just make sure I get it ready. I don't know if you're still there, Nadius, but I was talking earlier. I think I've been starting to jump back into getting my Punish comic going too that I set aside because I had a big stretch of long hours at work. I couldn't draw anything, but getting back into it now, and I think I was doing the whole thing digital, but now I think I might just do digital roughs and draw it all analog now, like this, because unlike you and like everybody else, going back to analog, man, on paper. I like how it looks the best, so it feels good. So yeah, style's probably going to drastically change halfway through the book because I already did the first half of it and it's all digital, but I don't care. It's my first comic. It's all right if it changes. It's like such a learning process. If the style changes throughout, so what? You working on your comic right now, Nadius? That was a cool page you posted up earlier. Well, it was a couple days ago now, but it was you were like looking over their shoulder, kind of a wider shot. It's pretty cool. I think so. It was like an overhead shot looking down over them. I'm having a brain fart remembering the specifics, but yeah. Like looking out over a place. Or am I being crazy? Yeah, yeah, the mountains. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out in a bit. The from last night. It's from the comic. New page from the comic. Yeah, man, I want to get my comic going again though. I'm eager. I gotta get in. I've been trying to just get warmed up on analog and get comfortable, which I have, but I just got put on a little bit of overtime again though. I'm like, damn it. But holidays are coming up. I'm gonna try to take advantage of the holidays and get a lot done on my comic because I want to get it out early next year. So I want it done ASAP. It's getting there. It's over halfway done, so. And I have about 3/4 of it roughed out that just need inks, so it's in good shape. I just had a like a 3-month delay because of my day job. So. Yeah, yeah, it was up on the hill overlooking the city. That's the one. Yeah, he's kind of hovering over the ridge there, the mountains. That was a cool shot. Oh yeah, man, the newest one, the Nor one, is that the one you put up last night? That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I was just thinking about that earlier today too. Because I was looking at some similar. I want to try to experiment with more dark shadows and stuff like that too. I need to get more of that. I tend to do the opposite and keep things just kind of line art and open. I've been also looking at old like Tomb of Dracula stuff and what was I gonna say? God, why can't I remember people's names tonight? It's crap. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to remember the name of this one. Um, Sorry, I'm looking up their name real quick. This is boring, I'm sure. Um, Here we go. All right. What's his name? Crap. He drew the Corto Maltese comic strip. Um, Hugo, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Hugo Pratt. Love how he uses blacks in his stuff too. A lot more high contrast. I want to get more of that in my stuff. I tend to want to like scribble to the point where there's almost no solid blacks, you know. This is my Sergio Topi imitation down here. just want to fill all this in with black spots. think I'm gonna call it. Let's see. Zoom out there for the whole piece. Turned out pretty cool. Right. There we go. Here's what my original ref was. Just used loosely. Yeah. Yeah, just more inspiration rather than a reference, I guess. But yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out, Nadius and Daniel and Cruff and Tony. Yeah, and also Antonio. Yeah, my memory of names is gonna have to get a lot better. I'm really bad at it, but with streaming, I'm gonna have to start remembering. Gotta keep notes. But yeah, good to hang with y'all. Thanks for stopping by. If I finish all my Blender prep tomorrow, I'll probably stream tomorrow too. Because I won't be able to Monday night. Well, maybe, but I have my demo that night, so I might not be able to. But anyway, cool. Well, thanks for hanging all. Catch y'all later.